Sherri Shepherd's story. So Sherri Shepherd finally returned to work after she wait, hold on now, because now Siri up in here thought I said Siri and I said Sherri. I tell you, this bitch is nosy. So anyway, let's start over. So Sherri Shepherd returned to work today because she had the 19. And so she had to take a couple of days off, but I guess now it's like you could spend like maybe 5 days out of work and you come back and you're good as new. So yeah, she finally came out to work today and she addressed, her show being canceled. And so we do have that full segment. We're gonna play it. And yeah, so she previously teased that she would talk about the show ending, but had to take some time off to being, as we said, diagnosed with COVID. So yeah, we're gonna play the clip and we're gonna come back after this segment. And I was like, let me double check and see if I changed the playback speed. Because sometimes people want to get you up in there, and then we'll come back and talk. All right, please hold.
This is a hard morning for all of us here at Sherri. And I know that you have seen the news, and I'm ready to address it. Our show has not been renewed for another season. And I want to say to y'all, everybody, y'all try not to faint or fall out because healthcare is expensive and none of us have it anymore. So y'all don't fall out. But I have to say, in thinking about it, I'm truly overwhelmed by the outpouring of love that I have received from all of you. So from the audience to everybody on social media, to people who stop me in the store and still talk to me, despite me not having a wig on, they still talk to me. From the emails and the texts, the messages, I feel every bit of the love that you've been sending to me. And thank you so much. And thank you. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for welcoming me into your homes every single day. I want to thank you for laughing and crying with us. Thank you for supporting my unhealthy obsession with Lenny Kravitz. But I got to tell you, when I first started, the show was built on one thing, and what I wanted it built on was joy. Joy. The intention of this show was always was my prayer for you to leave happier than when you came. And you know this, I've talked about this. It has been
freezing.
Of a talk show. And I'm so grateful I got the chance to do it for 4 seasons. But I want to be clear. I'm not ready to throw in the towel on the show just yet. I'm not. We're going to be airing episodes all through the fall, and we're going to continue to fight to keep the show alive in some way, shape, or form. Yes.
I guess we can stop it there. You can sit over there and cheese all you want, sis. But the reality is, it's not going to happen. The ship has sailed. The numbers ain't doing what needs to be done. The landscape is changing. Y'all are trying to compete with the likes of us over here on YouTube. So, it's just not, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen for you, sis. I mean, I would like the fact of the Sherri show to have some kind of, success or whatever the case was. But even though I don't want to use her as an example, we talked about it yesterday, when Nutmeg McCain got up on this situation, it was like, the landscape is boring. It's like the Sherri show and all these other shows that's getting canceled, Kelly Clarkson, all these other allegedly screaming for Hudson. Like these shows aren't really it no more. And I know there's a lot of people that like the show because every time I put up a Sherri story, the numbers blow up on YouTube. So, and a lot of people have commented. So I know a lot of people like the show. Me personally, it's not my cup of tea. I don't care about. I don't like this whole. I just feel like this type of format, the talk show daytime format, it just ain't for me. I've outgrown it. It's boring. That's not what I want. It's not what I'm interested in. And so, but I know there's people like my mother who loves the Sherri show. My speed was bull as Wendy Williams. And we do have a story that's going to be coming up later on when we talk about Wendy Williams in regards of there's some word on the curb that she's looking at this as an opportunity to make her comeback on daytime television. Now that I guess she's in a better place mentally or whatever you want to call it. So, I'm sure there's other things that you could be out here doing, maybe host a game show or get back into doing sitcoms or acting or whatever the case is. But I do feel like the daytime talk show ship has sailed. It's honestly, it's not, you're talking about you're going to try to fight to keep it on. I'm not ready to go throw in the towel. Nobody says you have to. Just do what you got to do until your contract is done. But it's not up to you when you are at the mercy of a studio and a network. They're the ones who determine your fate. They're the ones who determine who keeps the light on. It's not up to you unless you plan on going in a direction where you're going to transition from doing this type of talk show that you got into possibly creating something on the YouTube space, like even though you're not in the same vein of like a Don Lemon or a Joy Reid, which is what they did when they left, when they got fired from CNN and MSNBC. They went and came to YouTube, and now they're thriving way more because now they're their own business. They're their own entrepreneur. They're creating their own show. Now, if you want to come over here and take that risk and put in your own money and do that, and then create super chats and all these other things where you can recoup a lot of that money and bring in a producer and do your own show where you could do your little comedy bits and interview celebrities or whatever the case is, then we'll see if people care enough and that'll work over here on the YouTube space. But as far as like the whole thing where the Sherri Shepherd is show as we have known it, I feel like, in my opinion, that ship is sailed, Miss Mama or Auntie, I'll say. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story, where Sherri basically spoke out and she said, "Yeah, I'm a fighter, and I'm not ready to throw in a towel." And I'm just like, "Yeah, y'all gonna air the episode?" But she said all throughout the fall, but it says we're in winter. And I think after this season wraps up, that's the end. Because the way you talking about in the fall, I'm like, so in 2026, the fall, y'all got another season? So I'm thinking it's got to be the end of this season is when it's right. So I don't know. I'm confused of how they're trying to prevent it, but it's like, I guess maybe they consider this entire season the fall season, but we done moved on from the fall. It's the winter. We're about to go into spring next month. So let me know what you guys think of this story. I'll say in a couple of weeks, actually, in the comments down below.